duckies, welcome to Sort Them Ducks. We got ducks that need sorting. This is another one of those shelving games that just came out, brand spanking new. And I'm like, please be good. 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 We've had a bunch of bad ones, but like it looks adorable. Alrighty. 500. Hold on. I just want to do this for just a quick second. Oh, God almighty. Why is that an option? I appreciate that you started at like 0, but still, I also find it pretty darn quiet. There we go. Okay. But that could go down. That did not go down. That has stayed the same. All right, we're just... Oh, fudge. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Let's, all right. Press to grab a duck. Duck. I've got a duck. Fruits. Space, weather, beach. Also note on this side, I have duck shelves, eggs, and dollars. So there's 10 eggs, countries, music, animals. Oh, I can jump. Like, there is a jump. Superhero, ninja, pirate, mafia, Halloween, circus, cowboy, animals? It might be animals. Warriors, jobs, cowboy, circus, garden, maybe? Mafia. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the garden. How do you know if it's a correct duck? Oh, 17 bucks. Okay, and then I have to throw a duck. So, okay, here's a pirate duck. Barbosa, the pirate duck. I like this is pretty small. Quack up. What does that mean? Okay, all right. I'm picking up what it's putting down. I also see that room over there. Oh, okay, I threw the duck. I didn't mean to. All right, I gotta, hold on, let me pick up 2. Duck up and duck down. Okay, that's the tutorial. Quack of fame. Thank you to everyone who supported us. Oh, that's adorable. I don't know what this is all about. Oh. Okay, all right. I like to dink around in these games. Oh! Oh, that was one of the eggs. Okay, all right. Can I open drawers? Missy Spooks. Aw, how adorable. Is that because I bought the game? Oh. Okay. I like hidden collectibles. Interesting. Very interesting. I have duck stories. Don't worry. I'm just observing. Sales, 50%. Do I just leave? Can I leave? I wish... Quackpot! Ha! Aw, my desk and everything. I wish there was a bit of a story. What? Oh! Sticky fingers. Press the cash register 10 times and walked away $20 richer. Did I just, Captain Duck, did I just steal money from the cash register? What category is death? Well, I can't do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, Wonder Duck. Oh, more Captain Duck. Oh, Spider Duck. Absolutely. Because the most important thing in this game, oh no, wait, that's a ninja, is how do I get more carrying space? Upgrade. Longer reach, stronger throw. No, bigger inventory. Okay, unlock crouch. Why do I need to crouch? Alright, well, I don't want to buy this. Sprint is okay, but nope. All I care about is inventory space. Alright, that's fine. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. It's a little hard walking around with this, but I can just... Oh, wait. Where was superhero? Oh, I'm so sorry. And what is this? It doesn't really have a category. Oh, I saw a Batman duck. Wait, where's the superhero category? Okay, so I got duck stories. Here it is. So my duck stories. My God, there's a lot of these. Jeez, oh, pizzas. Two things. One, my work is obsessed with tiny ducks, right? Oh, I can't pick it up anymore. Well, I guess that one will never be placed. Wonder Duck. So someone at my work, without saying anything to anybody, a word, right, went around and had bought a bunch of those teeny tiny things. And at first it started with ducks, and they weren't so teeny tiny. They were about like, oh jeez, regular sized ducks, I guess, rubber duckies. And she went around and hid them. So all of a sudden, we were just finding ducks everywhere, and no one knew where they were coming from, where they were going. So in the middle of our work, we were just like, wow, where's so-and-so? And we were just like tearing the place apart, looking for ducks that were hidden. Wow, everywhere. X-duck. It's not even a Wolverine duck, it's just X-duck. Bad duck. And it was so much fun. Now, I'm not the best at finding things, I do admit, unfortunately. Every year, my work also has, like, the super fun, Easter egg hunt, and it's just a blast. And somewhere there's an egg that's worth $10. And, man, you better believe we tear that place apart. Man, $10, man, $10. Plus, you know, free candy. I'll take free candy any day of the week. This is flipping adorable. I am all for this. But I'm not the best, okay? I've never gotten the golden duck. The golden egg is the one that has the money in it. But I was never good at it. But it was funny just having this giant community of people as we're working. Man, our boss yelled at us so much. But it was a ton of fun just trying to find these random. There were tiny ducks, and I mean like tiny little plastic things, and then there were tiny bears, there were tiny mushrooms, and oh no, that's just a ninja. I keep picking up the ninja. I keep thinking it's Deadpool, and it's not, but I keep thinking it's Deadpool. But ninja section is right there, so I can place the ninja right here. So that's okay. That works out. That works out just fine. I don't know how many of each we're gonna be finding, but I'm on superheroes right now. Unless I pick up ninjas, which is okay. They're kind of similar. Kind of. Like, see, it's gonna be the red ninja. I'm like, I keep thinking it's Deadpool. Ha! Fast Duck! It's not the Flash, it's Fast Duck. I love that. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. So that was the fun work one. But my favorite, my absolute favorite is, ooh, wow, Green Duck, you're bringing in the Martian. Good on you. Good on you. He doesn't get enough representation. DC for the win. Green Marsh, love it. I don't think I have any fast ducks. Dude, these are expensive ducks. Oh, I also have tons of money. I should spend that on bigger carrying capacity. There's a convention somewhere in this world that I participate in, that I am on staff for, and have been for a few years now. One of my favorite places in the entire world. It's my little secret. I will never say. But I will tell you all about it. That is a giant red tower. What is that? Hold on. Can I put you up here? No, I don't. Oh, wait, hold on. I can. Red. Oh, that. Okay, I understand. That's what you mean by red tower, yellow tower, green, blue. Maybe. I don't. Hold on. Did he? Well, I can't take him off, so maybe I did place him correctly. I don't know. But anyways, there's a convention that I'm on staff for. And there's always something. Conventions are the greatest places on this planet because it's a bunch of just whacked out people that gather for whatever reason, whether it's a video game convention, a comic convention, whether it's a music festival, I'm using this in like the broadest sense. When I say convention, just a gathering of like people for fun. And like, you go into one of my favorite quotes in the entire world was, I believe it was C.S. Lewis, and I paraphrase, where he was describing, giving a definition for the term friendship. And his definition that he gave was that friendship was meeting someone and going, "You chew? I thought I was the only one." And that's it. There's friendship. Because look, we have something similar in common, and oh my gosh, my people. That's why I love nerd conventions so much, because you walk in and you're like, my people, where have you been? And you can just go up to anybody, you can wait in line, you go to the panels and everything, and everyone is there because they're so excited to be there. And whatever, if you're like going to a panel, you're like a big fan of a something, and everyone's excited together, and it's a blast. Hi mama, how you doing? And it's just, I love conventions. Right, so this particular convention that I work at is a bunch of nerd whacked out whack-doodles, right? And I love each and every one of them. And it's small. It's a small something thing. It's getting bigger, but it's a small thing. And you know what? That's the way I like it. And oh, super duck. There we go. Oh, let's see. There you go. And so every year we have to do something weird. That's just how this works, right? You can't be normal. No. So last year was, what do they call it? The Quackening. It was called the Quackening. Someone by mistake, by complete mistake, meant to get like some decorations for a booth or something, right? I don't know what. And they had accidentally bought from Amazon like a pack of 1,000 rubber ducks, like regular size rubber duckies, right? And just had 1,000 of them. And they were like, what do I do with all of these? Well, you have the Quackening. That's what you do. Oh, hold on. I just realized these are all... Oh, no, that's a knight. But I'm like, ninjas are literally right here. So I can put up ninjas. If I see ninjas, they're right next to my superheroes. And so everyone who worked there, we have, regular staff meetings before everything goes live. But, here's the schedules, here's the this, here's all this, what is your job, making it run smoothly. It's tons of fun. I love the behind the scenes stuff, right? And at one of those meetings, the ducks were brought out. And everyone was given like 100 ducks. And we were told we have a very good relationship with the venue. Because we're nice people. We clean up after ourselves. We're respectful. We are very good to the staff of the venue. And so we were like, surely they won't mind. Surely. And we were like, all right, we're hiding these ducks everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. And the goal for us as staff was to hide ducks so well that people were going to be finding them in the next year. I don't know if that actually occurred. I'm pretty sure, there were some hard to find ducks and everything like that. But, for the most part, it was just, all in fun. And no one got, stupid with it. And I don't think anyone was just truly absurdly into a duck. But it was the Great Quackening, and there were just ducks everywhere, and people, it was great seeing the doors open and the attendees come in and people start to find these ducks, and they would come up to us at the tables and be like, I found this, and we were like, good for you, it's yours. And they're like, wait, really? I can have this? And we're like, yes, good luck. Have fun. And the kids are running around everywhere looking for ducks and then re-hiding ducks. It was an absolute blast. And that was 2 years ago. Now, last year, there were ducks, but not as many. We didn't really have a quackening, except for me. You see, I'm a creature of habit, right? If I go to a restaurant that I know, I'm going to order the exact same thing every single time. My purse is not, I have one purse, it's not fashionable, everything is in my keys go into the same pocket every single time. My phone will go into a certain pocket every single time, because if it's not, then my keys are lost, right? It must go into the same, everything must be the same. So when I go to con and work it, I have the same bag. That is my con bag, right? It's my convention bag. And for this specific convention that I have, and it has all of the stuff that I might need, that I have discovered over the years, for the supplies that you never know what the heck you need, right? But stuff that I have gathered and be like, oh, this is handy to have. And I reached into my bag during one of the staff meetings at last year's con before it started, and I realized that there's about 50 ducks in my bag that I didn't even realize were there. And so I went to the front once everything was done and we're all visiting with each other and stuff like that. I was like, are you ready for the quackening? And they're like, no, you didn't. And I was like, I didn't, but it's still in my bag. I finished it. Yay. Oh, cool. And I dumped out those 50 ducks. We did take great joy in hiding. And that time it was more of an inside joke, because people who were new to con that year, what is that? Oh, Jupiter. But of course, obviously. Actually, no. Is there like a space section? Just because I see a couple of these planets? Space? I'm not sure. Is there a space section? Oh, no, that's sports, not space. Oh, space. There we go. And we were like, oh, you were here. Let me tell you about the quackening. We survived the quackening. We were there in the beginning. And they were like, are you okay? And we had great fun. I don't know what it's gonna be. Oh, ghost. Ooh. I don't know what it's going to be this year, because we're not even close to con time just yet. It is still quite a ways away. But I love working conventions. Oh, hold on. It's hard when you want to talk about something, but you're like, you got to be like a little bit careful about what you say. Be like, oh, hey, I'm going to be here and here. Like, I'm not big enough for people to follow me around. But, like, you also kind of have to get a habit of being a little bit careful about that, because weirdos do exist in this world. I mean, would it be awesome to meet someone up? Dude, that'd be amazing. I would totally flip out, but, like, it's also the internet, and you have to be careful, right? So I can't be like, hey, I'm gonna be on this date at this location. You just don't do that. But I am going to a animal convention, which is in a month or two, something like that. And last year I went with my work, because I did convince my boss that it would be a fantastic idea to go. And I mean, I thought it was tons of fun. Okay, so there are multiple shelves. I'll have to watch out for that, but there's nothing I can do about that right now, because there's a giant pile in my way. So he's gonna have to go there, which bothers me, and I hate that, but nothing I can do about it. I have money. Let's go try to spend that money. But we're pet convention, and I love the pet convention. I really do. I don't need this longer reach. Let's grab that one. Oh, I should wait till I get to 100 for whatever the heck the thingy is. But I do want longer reach. I'm trying to get the top of the pile so we can access more of these. Okay, hold on. Countries, music, and animals. Let's just try to. Oh, we also got still more superheroes. But this time, I'm going to the convention, not with my work, because my boss was lame this year and was like, we don't want to do that again. I'm like, yes, we do. Yes, we do. It was so much fun. Please. And I got paid for it. It was great. Everyone had a blast. And we, advertised our clinic. I'm sure it was great, but now we're not doing it again. It makes me sad. But this time, I'm going with my foster group. Or, like, foster with an organization, so I will be I guess part of their table representing them, because that's how I found them in the first place. Was 2 years no it was just last year. I haven't been fostering for that long. Fast duck there. I was at the convention for work. Oh, bills reach $100. I have $10. I spent a lot of money. And I was wandering around on a moment that I just needed to stretch my legs, and of course staring at all of the kittens and the cuteness, and lo and behold, wait, egg? Egg. I don't know what category egg would be in. Wah. Tsunami, okay. Trying to get these ones that look like cloudy. Yeah, the weather. Brain work. Oh, and I was wandering around, and lo and behold, there was this organization that took care of tiny itty bitty kittens, and I was like, oh, look what I want to do with my life. Now, I've been trying to do that for a very long time. I've always wanted to foster. Always wanted to foster. The problem is me. So, technically speaking, Hime-sama, my cat, was a foster. Someone called my work and said, someone take this kitten or I'm throwing it in the dumpster. And I said, I'm sorry. Bring that kitten up here right now. And I took her in. And I told Mason that it was just a foster. What you talking about? Just a foster? Okay, so maybe I never ever posted anything about her to find another family. But I was busy, okay? I was busy. I had a lot to do. And she just stayed forever. Not my fault. I wish I could tell which ones. A lot of them are not doing that, and that makes me sad. I wish I could see Professor Puddle what I was looking at, so I could pick up the ones that I'm looking at. So, future makers of this genre, please do that. Alright. So, Mason didn't exactly trust me in the, I want to foster category anymore, because of what had happened with Hime. Well, under my own power, yeah, I'm not really gonna work that hard to find him a home. But when I found the rescue at the convention, I sorted 100 ducks. Hey, look at that. Yeah, boop. Look at that. They gave me the rundown of how it is. So first of all, they give me all my supplies. Everything is free. Absolutely everything is free. If the foster needs medical care, needs medications, needs to be seen, all of the food, all of the litter, all of the supplies. I have a bottle baby right now, and I'm getting all of the formula bottles and heating pads for free. I haven't paid for litter in quite some time. I have 19 cats in my house right now, and 4 of them are mine. I've only kept 1 foster. And so that was the other thing. So not only do you get all of the supplies, but they do everything to get them adopted. Literally, they were like, the only thing you do is spend your time. And that's it. Once they are big enough, they go and they get fixed. And, I have to take cute pictures. So I do have to go around and take adorable pictures of kittens. Oh no. And make their little profile so they get adopted. What is that? Lightning. Oh, that's cool. Hoodie. Just hoodie. Yeah, I'm just trying to clear the shelves out, really, so I can get there. What's that? Berry. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm so funny. Please like and subscribe. So armed with this information, I was able to go to Mason. I said, listen, look, they, first of all, cost us nothing, $0, and they get them adopted. I just sit there, and he was like, I don't know if I trust you. You're gonna ask to keep all of the kittens. I was like, I would never ask to keep all the kittens, just some of them. There's also fruits and foods over here. I'm trying to maybe like... It's nice where, like, the categories are... It's a closed encounter space, so it's actually really easy to be broad. So I can pick up this and go to fruits. Okay. That's music. I know that one. And he's like, okay, fine. Alright, fine. I will... go for it. Try it out. We'll see how you do. It's like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. And I had my first litter, and it went fantastically. And I bawled my eyes out like a baby when they left. I still get updates. My original 3 girls, the Arthurian litter. They kept the names, too. I know Guinevere and Morgana, but I always forgot the 3rd one. I always had that issue of, like, what was her name? But they did keep the names. Family got all 3 of them. All 3 sisters went to the same house. I couldn't have asked for anything better, truly. And like I said, they still send me updates to this day. I just got one. They're like big cats now. It's been almost a year. I've been fostering for a hot second now. I've only asked to keep 1, and honest to God, how could I have not kept Sprinkle? I would have kept that entire litter. If it was up to me, man, Mama Ego was so perfect, and every single baby she had was perfect. But she did not like Cephas. Oh, man, they did not get along very well at all. I like that. Okay, interesting. So that just means it goes somewhere else. I like that it tells that. And so, you know, I don't want cats fighting in my household. They're just going to be miserable. Even though I have a bigger place now, that still limited space, right? Still limited space. Showmaster. I'm not sure what that would be. And we couldn't keep all of the kittens. But, I mean, my Sprinkle is perfect in every single way. Oh, fudge muffins. I hate that, but there's so many ducks here. One at a time. That's how these games go. One at a time. I like this one. I really do. It is nice. It is simplistic. It makes sense. And the controls are simple. What more do you possibly need? I'm not getting any glitch things. And the ducks are freaking adorable. Like, seriously, this is super cute. Got more sunny. Yeah, I do wish it would tell me what the duck was. But maybe that's just part of this particular charm. Yeah, so I'm going back to that convention that I was at last year as part of the rescue, which makes me feel really cool. And also to get Mama adopted. Oh my gosh, Mummy has... God, I love her. Listen, I love all cats. There's not a single cat in this world I dislike. True facts, right? And Mummy's a fantastic cat. She's a wonderful cat. But I've had her for like, what, 4 or 5 months now? She's a hard sell. She's a hard sell. Somewhere out there is a family perfect for her. I'll keep her until those people pop up. They're somewhere. It's also a rough time for cats. There's so many. The market is flooded with cats. I mean, I like that there's the physics though. Like the ducks move when I grab it, so like you can actually see it get smaller and smaller. I think this is the problem, child. Or maybe I just need to stop working on superheroes. But they're really obvious to me. I'm a massive superhero fan. Alright, DC for the win. Sorry, Dad. I had... Oh, man. A glorious Batman collection. Batman's my jam. More specifically, the Joker. I love the Joker. When they do the Joker right, there is no... I almost wrote my final thesis on this, but there is absolutely no more perfect villain for the hero than the Joker. Absolute perfection. The complete, like, antithesis of everything that Batman is, and like I could go on and on and on, and I've written several papers on it actually. I had, oh man, a glorious Batman collection. Now remember, I'm a completionist, so it actually was a problem. I had hundreds, if not, can I say thousands? I don't know if I could say thousands. Well, hold on. A short box is 150 comics, and a long box is 300. No, I can say thousands. Never mind. I redid the math. I had thousands of comic books. It looked like, all right, so you see the episode of Hoarders? All right? It looked like a hoarder's house, where if you went into my bedroom, I lived with my parents at the time still, but if you that's the only way you can afford a comic book addiction, I'm telling you, man. There was a pathway from my door to my bed, which was a loft bed, by the way, so it was up in the air, so it's even more space, and it was just a pathway of comic boxes. And I had anything Batman related. Now, for those of you who are not in the comic book scene, you're not just talking about Batman comics. You're talking about Batman. You're talking about Detective Comics, Shadow of the Bat, The Dark Knight, every other spin-off. And then you also have Robin, Nightwing, all of the other Robins, Teen Titans, which was one of my first ones, which I just did because I love Teen Titans so much. And then anytime they had a crossover, finding all of the crossover books was the ultimate treasure hunt. I love collecting. I love collecting things. It's why I love collectathons. Is my favorite genre of video game in the world. I absolutely love that stuff. And so actually collecting things, I've always collected stuff. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me to a store that no longer exists called Media Play, and we would buy he would buy me like 3 packs, because I would get one of each color, of original first edition Pokemon cards. I was there in the beginning. I remember pulling a first edition Charizard And I also remember trading that first edition Charizard for a Dragonite because I thought dragons were cool. Yeah, I mean, you know, Charizard's a dragon too, but yes, I liked Dragonite, so can you blame me? Yeah, I can blame you, past self. Gosh darn kid self, not knowing that that would be worth billions of dollars. But I've always cards are fun to collect, but I'm a completionist. I never played Pokemon cards. You know, I never played them. I just wanted to collect things because it was so much fun to fill it up. To find that missing piece was an absolute blast. And comic books to me were the same. Now, yes, I read them and I loved the stories, but there were a lot that I bought and would never touch again because they weren't cheap. I had the first, my oldest book. No. It wasn't my oldest, but it was my one of my most expensive. Was the first appearance of Poison Ivy, which was a very old book. And it was a trash copy. Absolute trash, because it was the only way I could afford it. Right? So the pages are falling out. Sniper Ninja, I love that. Cat Ninja. And like, but I could afford it. I wasn't gonna get any glorious 9.8 copy. Not at all. But I could afford, the trash copy. And I had it in my collection. That was the point. Now, you literally couldn't read it. You couldn't. The book was falling apart. If you touched it, it would continue to violently fall apart. But I had it. I had Batman 400 and up. Every single issue. Up until, I want to say, gosh, when did I start? New 52 was one of my favorites. I love New 52. I really did. And then they restarted again. I can't remember the name of when they restarted again, though. Or did they continue from New 52s? Because they kept restarting. And it was really stupid, but they did that because everyone's going to buy number one. Right? Everyone's going to buy number one. So if they started the numbers over, they were gonna increase sales, and then they could get more special covers of this, and they would just make more money. It's pretty brilliant, but then they kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it, and then it just got annoying. And buying actual physical comic books is really a dying art at this point, which is very sad, and they ain't cheap. The prices were, rising. To the point, like, I had to stop because I couldn't afford it anymore. Like, truly and honestly, where I was spending, every week almost $100, and I couldn't afford to do $100 a week. And that was just maintenance to come up with the weekly new books. That wasn't trying to get the older ones, which my collection was so extensive that the ones I was missing were getting very expensive. And it got to the I mean, I worked at a comic book store, so like but it got to the point where I knew it was becoming a problem. Like, it was the money. It really was. I didn't have rooms. And one of my coworkers, the guy who owned the store, he ended up selling it to someone else. But like the original owner of the store, of course, you buy collections, right? And you resell them. You find awesome, amazing treasures that way. I got to hold, never any single digits, but like double-digit comic books from the 30s, like Superman double digits, Batman double digits. I couldn't afford those ones. No siree, Bob. But like, I got to see those things, and that was cool for me. I loved. Greatest job in the world. Greatest job in the world. So sad it ended so awfully, but it was. Is rainbow in weather? I'll try. I'll see if rainbow's in weather. But it was so exciting because someone would bring stuff in for you to buy, and I was one of the buyers. Like I did it all. I loved doing this stuff, right? And you go through it and you look up what the price is. What do these things sell for? I am very good at selling things. Oh, rainbow is in here. Because I did it for years in a way, at a business level. So I know of like the secrets on how to know what to buy something for, how much to spend, how not to rip someone off, but still give a fair price where you're gonna end up making money off of it. If you're the middleman, like unfortunately, you know, if you want to make money, sell it yourself. The middleman is always going to give you less. Oh, I have 100. I want to do whatever that thingy is over here. What is this? Okay, 100. Quack pot. Oh, inventory size increased. Cool. Okay. I bet so. Then sometimes I'm assuming once you buy everything, then you can spend your money on that and maybe get something. Maybe get it, you know. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. But yeah, I mostly did eBay sales. But someone, like, people would, like I said, people would, oh, I guess that's karate, totally different. People would bring stuff in, and it would just be a blast of, like, trying to find the value, figuring out what this is. You never knew what was gonna walk through that door. And people would just be like, yeah, I got a bunch of crap. And you find things that are worth thousands of dollars. Or people who are like, I got the gold mine, and you're like, no, you don't. I'm sorry to tell you this. One of the saddest things, oh man, someone brought in some old, like original Dragon Ball Z toys. Still in their packaging, pristine. They were beautiful. These things were worth a couple $100 a piece, and he had a tote full of them. And I opened the tote and almost had an asthma attack because the smell of cigarettes was so strong. And I had to hand that tote back to him and tell him, I'm so sorry, this tote is worthless. Which is the saddest thing in the world. Just cigarette smoke would just destroy actual value. But I had to, in the end, I went cold turkey. I had to. I couldn't afford my completionist addiction because I ended up coming to the realization, and the boss told me, he made this thing. So people would bring stuff in, and a lot of times what would happen is someone died. And then they were just trying to, here's their collection, we don't want it anymore. And they would have all of these toys, all of these collectibles, brand new, never opened, still mint in box, and boxes and boxes and boxes. And the family would go, it's just all these boxes. We just want to get rid of this stuff. And it would all be sold, right? And it was sad to see all of these cool things that would be in boxes, unopened. Bagpipes over here, sorry. And just put away until someone died. And it would happen time and time again. Oh, not here. Samurai warrior. Are those jobs? Oh, warriors. Ha ha! And that's what the boss told me. The old boss was just like, how, most people just have a collection of boxes until they came to see us at the store after they died. And that really kind of got to me a little bit, where I was like, that is sad. I am somebody who puts a lot of value on things. And the reason for that is because my memory is visual. If you tell me to... Oh, here's a beautiful example. I did a lot of schoolwork today. All right? I learned about the urinary system and the reproductive system. All right? That's what I did today at work. It was great. I get paid to do my schoolwork. I love it. And so if you were to say, Missy Spooks, I want you to tell me the exact pathway that urine travels from the kidneys to outside, to the bathroom, I would look at you and go, what? That ain't, no, kidneys. There's a ureter in there. Bladder. But if you showed me a diagram and said, here's your word key, gotta give me a word key. Here's your word key, Missy Spooks, and here's your diagram. Label this. Aha! Now I see, or gave me a test. If you gave me a test on it, boom, I'd ace the test. Because my memory is visual. And by seeing the picture, or by seeing the word, now I can tell you, that's what this is. I have a treasure chest. And my treasure chest is full of, to anyone else in this world, full of junk. Random, weird junk. But to me, it's my memories. I have a broken piece of wood that is the broken piece of a lance that when Mason and I took Haley to the Renaissance Festival for the first time, we went and they broke the lance off and we got the piece of lance. Like, they gave it to us. It was so super cool. But, like, it's just a broken piece of wood. There's wristbands from concerts. But if I see it, I will be like, oh, this is this concert from this and this at this point in time of like, I can tell you exactly what it is if I see it. Because my memory is visual. And frick. There was a point to that. What was the point to that? What was the point? What was the point? Oh no. I don't know what the actual point was, so I'm gonna pretend that I do and connect it anyways. Oh, I put value on things. Value on things. So that's why I have value on things, right? I know that it's not me going, oh, this is so more important than people or whatever. And like, I'm not being materialistic. I'm saying that like things are important because to me they hold my memories. So when I see stuff, to me, being disrespected, I feel bad. That's just a me thing. So for me, I will not put my books on the ground. They go in the bookshelves. The second that my books, like I start getting so many books that I can't, oh, there's Nick. That my books are being stacked on top of each other, I need to go buy another bookshelf because I'm not going to put them on the ground. That's disrespectful to the books. I don't like it. And it was getting to the point where not only warriors, okay. Not only was I shiny ninja not able to afford all of these comic books anymore, but they were just, I wasn't even reading them anymore. I really wasn't. Because there were so many, I didn't have time to keep up with it. At the time, I was having a lot of issues with my health, and I couldn't really, it was really hard for me to do pretty much anything. And so they were just, I would buy them, I would put them in a bag and board, put them in their sleeves, and they would go in a box, and they would sit there. And it didn't sit well with me. And I'm like, this is, I didn't like it. So I went cold turkey, and I took everything I had, and I went to the boss man, and I said, here. I got a trip to Japan out of it. No, Korea. I went to Korea with that money. Sold everything I had, few $1,000s. You know, there's a lot of absolutely worthless things in there. Quite a few. 99% of comic books, man, they ain't worth nothing. And I guess people don't really realize that. But I had a couple of good ones because I knew what I was doing. And I got lucky. Like, something ended up being the first appearance of somebody, and you're just like, oh, all right, cool. I don't know who that is. But I liked Deadpool before the movies came out. And so I had a few Deadpool comics that just ended up being worth money. And I'm like, it wasn't really, I would get, like, Marvel's not my jam. So I would get Marvel comics because I really liked it. So I got Deadpool once. One of my favorite series, period, was the Spider-Man Deadpool series. Flipping hilarious. I loved those books. They were so funny. And those ended up being worth a pretty penny, which was cool. There was a series called Scooby Apocalypse, which was Scooby-Doo in zombies. And it was serious. Like, it was seriously, like, people were dying. It was great. This is gonna be a weird sentence, but I love when media kills people. Right? I love it when they have the balls to actually kill characters. Because not a lot do. Not a lot do. True that. Not a lot do. Pomegranate, warrior. I eat that right now. That's my big long rant. I got a long, yeah. I have very, very, very few comic books left. The most expensive comic book I have is The Vengeance of Bane, which is the first appearance of Bane. And the only reason that it's not that expensive, the only reason I still have it was because it was my grandfather's. I'm a third generation comic book collector. My grandfather had a lot of comic books. You have no idea. And then I got a lot from my father, who was Marvel. He's a Marvel dude. Oh, here's a story. So, I don't know if you knew this or not, but there were 2 great floods in the history of our planet, right? 2 great floods. We have Noah's flood, right? Wiped out the earth. And then the flood of 1972. 2 great floods. Both, in my opinion, equally as devastating. Truly. True fact. Now, my father is a Marvel guy, right? Loves. You could ask him anything. Absolutely. I love going. I'll see every single Marvel movie with him because he knows everything about Marvel. Now, not the modern stuff, and like, you know, he's not into it nowadays. He doesn't keep up with the comic books or anything like that. But he was there in the beginning. He was friends with big names. You know, he used to associate. What? How is sun not in weather? Dumb. And did cool stuff. I love his stories. And so he collected comics way before it was cool because he loved it. And he had every Marvel book you could think of. His big things was Spider-Man and X-Men. Loved X-Men. And so you're talking about the original Spider-Man 1-up. I don't think he went that far with like Amazing Fantasy, so he didn't have any Amazing Fantasy 15 or anything like that. But still, X-Men 1-up, Thor 1-up, everyone. He had everything, and he told me all the time growing up, and would show me, and it was like it's not an exaggeration or a joke that if the flood of 1972 in my grandparents' basement hadn't happened, my family would be loaded. Absolutely loaded off of comic books. Because some of those books worth frickin' fortune. And my dad, he always took good care of his stuff. He always still does to this day. And it's just like, gosh darn flood of 1972. Oh my goodness, I've already been... I love what I... Oh, I see two of them. I see one here, and I see one here. Okay, so maybe these are... Hold on, let me do a little perimeter sweep. Maybe these aren't as... like, hidden under piles as I... Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. As I thought. 6 out of 10. Because they seem to be in obvious locations. Maybe not. I mean, I'll find them at some point in time. Yeah, this one is greatly pleasing to me. This one I will continue. I've played quite a few of these, and there's actually not a lot I would continue to play just because they are not made well, but this is incredibly simplistic. It feels good. It works great. Space Pirate. Is Space Pirate in the space section, you think? And it gives me lots of ideas of things to ramble on about. What is this? Stone Age Warrior? And that's a draft. Okay, get some warriors, I guess. See, every time I say warriors, I think about the Cat Warriors. I grew up with those books. And just recently they announced that they're making... Disney is making a movie. Or is it a series? Might be a series. Writer? Is that like, what, job? I also want to know what is it. Oh, maybe cowboy. It doesn't look like cowboy to me. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's a job. Nope. No idea. But yeah, oh yeah. There's a video game coming out for it. Then, like, which makes me very excited. Chief, oh wait, is there? Chief Feather. Nope. Cowboys? Cowboys and Indians? Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I literally cannot wait. I still love that series to this day. I need to do like a reread of that. I met the author a few times, or at least one of them, because there's, what, 3 of them, I believe, at least back when I still did stuff. Alright, I definitely have enough. Unlock. Why would I need to crouch? I don't know. I'll get the longer reach though. I don't understand why I would have to crouch in this game. What would that help me with? Unless there's some like kind of secret something, right? It's gotta be something like that. Alright, is this actually a space pirate in space? Space pirate is, in fact, in space! Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk that? It's amazing. Truly amazing. What is death a job? Mushroom A? I bet that's garden, to be honest with you. Actually, okay, let's pick that up, because I also saw some bugs. Alright, I'm still working on this pile here, so... Garden. Oh my gosh, is that pizza? Maybe not as many garden things as I think. Get the warriors for sure. Little eagle. Lady Quackington? Oh, I bet that's westerns. Musketeer? Is that a warrior? Maybe. You know, maybe that's what I'll do. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. You know what? I have done so much schoolwork. I worked really hard. There's some weird games that I'm playing right now. Lady Quackington is gonna go over here with cowboys, and then Little Eagle. Nice. After I'm done playing this, I'm gonna go and read some warrior books. I gotta get all nice and caught up by the time the movie comes out. Oh, beach. I know that's definitely a beach one. Yeah, this is a good one. It's very satisfying. It's very satisfying. I think in order of favorites so far, this game literally just came out. So in order, like, we're using this as the time point. It is currently August 14th, 2026. As of this day in my life, with the games that I have played, the order officially goes Librarian, Tidy Up the Arcane Library, Supermarket Chaos, this game. Then the rest can, you know, fight to the death. What is tsunami? I know I have a tsunami. Where's my tsunami? Oh, here's tsunami. I knew that. Alright, let's be a little bit better about this, though, because this does bother me. Okay, alright, hold on a hot tickety-tockety tick-tock, okay? This ain't gonna stay like this. My guess is that there's gonna be 2 rows of each duck. That's my guess. So I'm going to plan accordingly for 2 rows. Oh, except it goes in 5. I don't know. All right, that kind of throws a iffy in my plan because there are there's 5 rows. All right, well let's leave it like that. That's fine. All right, we're gonna put the moon over here. Let's put the people over here. Okay. Alright, Earth can go here. Alright, people. Alright, there's blue astronauts, white astronauts, orange spacemen go here. Alright, keep those there. Okay, okay. We'll keep it like that. That's a little bit better. These are good for now because the superhero section really bugs me that like I can't do a whole lot about it. But I mean, we're working on it. We're just gotta get these guys out of here. Yeah, cowboys are okay to get. There's mafia stuff I see, but Professor Puddle, like what is that? Navigator. No, let's put up a queue up. Pirate Princess. Saxophone goes here. I don't have anything. Oh, pirate is over there. Yeah, this needs to be better organized as well because we're going to start running out of space for these dudes. Oh, sorry. Yeet. Navigator. Whoa, what the duck? Misplaced 10 ducks? I feel like this is actually in the pirate section. Alright, let's put Cowboy Bill. Put the Viking away. And the Mongolian warrior. Alright, I feel like this. Alright, let's pick up some Mafia ducks on our way over. Goon A. The Undertaker? Is that in the Mafia? Please be in the Mafia. Just looking for black suits, because everyone knows Mafia wears suits. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so ridiculous and I love it. Okay, is he— oh, that's pirates. What am I doing? Alright, we got a cannon pirate. We got— is the navigator go here? Yeah! Alright, Professor Puddle. I have no idea where Professor Puddle goes. Yeet! But we do have the Mafia. Undertaker? No. I think that's in jobs then. Alright, so Goon A. Sorry, Undertaker. Alright, it is past the hour, so I'm gonna have to call this one here, but I think we've made some gosh darn progress with these ducks. 347 out of 4,015. And I'm very curious about those eggs. What happens if you get all 10? Does something— hold on. Has anything changed in here? No. Quack of Fame. No, doesn't look like it. Hopefully, the music is royalty free. I've had a lot of issues with that too. I find that maybe— I was about to say maybe they'll make a duck for me once I get everything. Wait, what? Why are you glowing? That was glowing, right? Yeet. Anyways, we're gonna call this one here. But yeah, definitely on my good list. Definitely on my good list. This is a solid number 3, and it's ducks, and it's adorable. And am I floating right now? My hand— why am I moving? That's weird. Do like. This is a good one. This is a very good one. It's nice, it's chill, it's funny, it's cute. It's nice and small and contained. It's not too much. You don't need a whole lot for these kinds of games. You don't need a whole lot. I would like a little bit of plot. Just a tiny bit. I'm a big plot person. Just a little bit. That'd be nice. But that's just me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like, dislike, where's your order of these sorting games? I have lots of them. I play every single one I can get my hands on the channel. Whether I continue to play depends on how much they suck or not. There's been some bad ones. But you know, the good ones will continue to play because they're good and I like it. It's a good genre. But if you enjoyed that as much as I did, hit the like button. We all like buttons. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much. In the description below is a link to my Patreon. You can help support the channel so we can continue to get awesome, amazing games like this. It was one of my amazing Patreon persons, plural, singular, unless there's, I don't know, multiple personalities, who got me this game. So thank you so much. You guys are so generous and so amazing, and you keep me busy with adorableness and cuteness, and I'm still astounded that you enjoy listening to me rant and ramble on. Let me know if you like hearing me talk about comic books, because I can go on for days. But I cannot wait to see you guys in the next episode. I'll see you there. And a massive thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Seriously, you are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. You guys are keeping this all going. You're the best.